Over the past 2 years, Devine Limited has been developing a vision for a project called Hideaway at Currumbin, situated on Currumbin Creek Road and Piggabeen Road, Currumbin. The vision is to create a new benchmark in Gold Coast residential development, richly diverse in both natural and built environment. We're excited by the possibilities that this project offers, but understand that for this vision to be realised, a careful and integrated consideration of the site's constraints and opportunities is required. As part of this process, we'd like to take this opportunity to present the vision for Hideaway at Currumbin and demonstrate the design principles and implementation strategies that have evolved to ensure this project appropriately addresses its unique setting. Hideaway at Currumbin is characterised by site-responsive design and incorporates a range of environmental and landscape features, including a partially tidal lake with a high-quality marine environment, an extensive waterway rehabilitation and management plan, including establishment of a marine precinct near the entrance to the development, accommodating a variety of intertidal flora and fauna. Buffers of approximately 20 to 40 metres being provided between the lake and built form. Landscape buffering and visual screening to Currumbin Creek Road and Piggabeen Road, and retention of the ridgetop vegetation on Hofschult Drive. Significant vegetation retention on hillside areas and along creek lines. An extensive vegetation rehabilitation and management scheme and a net increase of approximately 35% or 24 hectares for on-site vegetation. Re-establishment of major and secondary wildlife corridors and habitats along the border ridge and to the on-site waterway. Provision of extensive walking tracks, many of which utilise existing fire trails and farm tracks, including a publicly accessible pedestrian and cyclist footpath running the full frontage of Currumbin Creek Road around the proposed feature lake and along the border ridge. A proposed public park adjacent to the lake and Currumbin Creek Road. A marine precinct of about 4.5 hectares to be created and dedicated as an environmental reserve for mangrove rehabilitation. A fire management and emergency evacuation plan that controls landscape retention and replanting to provide a safe community for residents. The project also provides a variety of residential and lifestyle opportunities, incorporating houses along the lakeside, creek, rock pool and North Ridge, as well as cluster townhouses, apartments and hillside units. Acknowledging that there are some concerns with development in certain parts of the site, we're implementing best practice design solutions to deliver outcomes that are of a high quality and effectively respond to the development constraints presented. Over the past 2 years, a detailed investigation, analysis and application process has been carried out, incorporating input from both council and state government. Devine Limited and their team of specialists have undertaken an integrated site analysis process founded on a constraints-based approach to design and development. In summary, this process has included investigations of detailed assessment of the planning and legislative context of the site, surveys of existing site features and detailed ecological assessment of existing trees, geotechnical issues, slope stability analysis, including the generation of building location envelopes for the North Ridge lots because of their sensitive location, acid sulfate soils, erosion and sediment control, water and groundwater quality, flood storage and management, traffic and noise assessments, architectural design, careful consideration of the visual impacts and residential amenity of the development from external areas as well as internal to the site, landscape intent and detailed investigations and plans for the site as a whole, as well as specific precincts such as the North Ridge lots, the rehabilitated marine precinct and the lake. A bushfire management strategy, site-responsive stormwater and service strategies, civil engineering and infrastructure services. A central focus of our design philosophy for Hideaway at Currumbin has been to demonstrate design solutions that are innovative and site-responsive and to address visual amenity concerns. Extensive architectural and design investigations have been carried out to date, and a detailed modelling and visualisation process has been undertaken to allow further visual assessment of the proposed development and to act as a guiding tool in the design evolution. The North Ridge lots provide an example of this process, whereby information generated by the consultant team is converted into a 3D mesh using 3D Studio Max, representing with complete accuracy the site and built form. 3D Studio Max is a very highly regarded professional software application and is the standard 3D software used for architectural and engineering drawings throughout the world. A high-resolution aerial photograph is then overlaid onto the 3D mesh to provide a map of the overall terrain. Detailed information, including surveyed existing tree positions and heights, is then used to recreate the existing vegetation. Further information from the landscape architect regarding future planting and revegetation is used to create a very accurate representation of the proposed landscaping scheme. Importantly, species type, height, width and position are portrayed in accordance with the landscape architect's input. Relevant site photography is then taken and information regarding the photograph's point of view is recorded on site. The information recorded for the real-world camera is used to generate a virtual camera within the 3D software. The software very accurately mimics the physical properties of a real-world camera, including lens angle and field of view, etc. The 3D computer-generated model is then rendered to a bitmap format that can be overlaid and composited with the original photograph. To ensure accuracy in this process, reference points within the original image are aligned with corresponding reference points in the computer-generated image. By animating the position of the camera, we are then able to create animations of the model. This allows us to go beyond the real photography available and show angles that clearly identify relevant details of the project in a way otherwise impossible. By undertaking this modelling process, our intention is to provide an accurate and detailed representation of the development proposal and to provide further reassurance in regard to the desired outcomes. The 3D model provides a presentation of the technical process and outcomes based on the detailed investigations and information that has been lodged with Council and the State Government. To further explain the project vision and, importantly, how it will be implemented, detailed 3D studies have been carried out for three key parts of the Hideaway at Currumbin development, these being located in the central, southern and northern parts of the site. The central precinct incorporates the project entry points from Currumbin Creek Road, the main lake feature and marine environment, and a mix of residential, including lakeside houses and hillside units. Our arrival experience from Currumbin Creek Road focuses heavily on creating a very natural landscape experience and theme for the entire project. Our design solutions touch the ground softly, minimizing earthworks and limiting disturbance to the natural environment. The strategic placement of housing and roads, together with the extensive vegetation, retention and rehabilitation works, results in the creation of a unique residential environment, with the sense of built form sitting within a landscape setting. Architecturally designed homes incorporating appropriate colours and materials, quality streetscapes, and a totally integrated living environment reinforce our vision for Hideaway at Currumbin. The southern precinct at Hideaway presents another unique setting. Located on relatively flat ground to the east of Pigabeen Road, the primary feature of this precinct will be the internal rock pool and creekline environment. The rock pool and creek system will be accessible via a series of walkways and boardwalks and will provide an extensive array of eco-educational experiences. This environment also provides an alternative and unique setting for lifestyle and residential experiences. Our design philosophy once again is to provide a solution that enables the built form to sit gently and blend within the landscape environment. All built form is limited to 2 stories to ensure effective integration into existing and proposed revegetated areas. Our design approach has also acknowledged Council's concerns in relation to visual impact from Pigabeen Road. We have once again undertaken detailed 3D modelling, incorporating associated live video footage and digital camera matching to demonstrate the landscape buffering and development setbacks that have been included along Pigabeen Road to minimise visual impacts. The North Ridge lots are accessed from Hofschultz Drive and form the most elevated and visually sensitive area proposed for residential development within the site. Responding to concerns with development on this part of the site, additional detailed design investigations have been carried out, and design principles and implementation strategies have been evolved to further ensure that the proposed development successfully addresses its visual significance and hillside setting, including a minimal disturbance approach to built form and landscape, innovative road design that minimises cut and fill and impact on existing trees, establishment of predetermined building envelopes that encourage site-responsive design, provision of increased lot widths to promote house designs that are sited across rather than down the slope, retention of existing ridgeline vegetation and provision of extensive hillside open space and revegetation to form a visual buffer to the proposed development, restrictions on building heights above natural ground to respond to the ridgeline and proposed tree canopy heights, a landscape rehabilitation program including the generation of a 5-level vegetative screening proposal. In order to ensure that the vision and design principles established are ultimately delivered, a detailed architectural and landscape code will be developed as part of the first CMS prepared for the total site and will be strictly implemented by an architectural review committee. Council will assess and approve the code when it is lodged as part of the first CMS for the Hideaway at Currumbin development. Most importantly, we see this site as offering an opportunity to implement best practice solutions for development and to become a showcase for both the process undertaken and the results achieved. We are totally committed to delivering an outcome that has been carefully thought through at every level, and in working to deliver a project that has community benefit and is responsive to its unique setting.